Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Good. How are you?
I'm alive and well. I'm Robyn Lane from 95.9 The Rat in Jersey on the Jersey Shore.
Robin, we've
Hello.
met many times.
We have several times, in
Yes.
fact. It's
I
been a
appreciate I
while.
appreciate you catering to the fact that most musicians are brain dead.
But you guys have always been very welcoming, and we welcome you. I'll tell you, it's been quite a while since we last saw you. Back for the Attack, Nickelback. It's been quite a while. I know you released Charlie Daniels cover a couple years back, but you got new music coming. Your first album in was about 5 years now, and I heard the new tune, San Quentin, and boy, oh boy, is that a smash!
Very cool. Thank
It
you.
is.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
So tell me, instead of telling me what you did on your summer vacation, why don't you tell me what you did on your Corona vacation?
Well, it was that feels like it's very cross collateralized. It's one and the same. Um, we should have been making a record a lot sooner with all that time off, but it's weird to say this, but for 25 years, it feels like someone's been standing behind us with a cattle prod and telling us, hey, the record's got to be done at this time, we're going to tour at this time, we got to do Australia, and then we're going to go do Europe, and then we're going to come back, we'll go across Canada, then we'll hit America, and then we'll go to, so all these things are like just like every other band that has to do this stuff, if you want to get a chance to see your fans all around the world. But with this, we were just like, we'll get to it when we get to it. We had a lot of that
Okay.
going on. And yeah, we took our time with it, which was just a wonderful luxury to be able to sit back and, nope, I'm going to play this guitar solo 40 more times, for another 3 days, and just make sure it's just exactly how we want it, as opposed to deadline.
Are you normally very precious with the way you record music? Are you just like, are you over, over involved with the details of it all? Or you play by feel? How do you do that?
Over it.
Like how
I think all of that
Yeah.
actually you were hitting all the beats there.
Not precious, but very analytical, because we want the songs to be the best that they can be. And so if you're just slap happy and throwing down whatever, and like I'm not a fan of the phrase good enough. And it's like, oh, good enough. No, if it could be better. If we're going to take the time to get in there and create something, I want it to be good. I want everything to be goosebump worthy. And that's what we've been doing for the last 25 years when we record. No, that's not true. We've been doing that for,
Did you just lie?
probably the last 15 years. We've been doing that. The prior 10, there was a lot of good enough, and I hated that. Like, I listened back to some things and I love them for what they are, but I still look back and go, that could have been better, that could have been better if we had more time. Like, we made Silver Side Up in 5 weeks because Roadrunner wanted us back on the road. I can't believe we got that record just completely done and back on the road in 5 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I think where you're at in your career can kind of dictate that as well.
so you released this teaser clip for this forthcoming song, and if you didn't attach your name to it, do you think people would know that it's Nickelback?
I think as soon as you hear my voice,
I mean, it's loud, it's heavy, it's melodic.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's funny. We've been hearing that quite a bit. It's actually interesting because I think Nickelback fans would know for sure. I don't think it's unusual for that type of song for us, but
We've also only teased one song.
yeah. So it's like it's not necessarily indicative of the whole album necessarily, but as far as rock, it's a heavy rock song. And if you've seen us live, you would definitely get it too, I think. But it's kind of nice. I kind of like that people are feeling like it's a surprise that we could write or we could have rock songs like that in the repertoire, because
I just need to
Maybe just
adjust
new
my
fans
volume.
checking
I'm
in.
sure you can edit that out. My computer's kind of new. I'm home now. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Volume.
You don't have an engineer to help you?
No, I'm home today.
You are
Let's see.
you are the engineer.
I am the engineer. Well, it's a new computer. I bought a new laptop. I treated myself. Anyway, uh, um, it's funny. Ever since I got a hold of this new song, I have been playing it every single day since it was sent to me. And yesterday, before I went on the air, I cranked it up in the studio in audition. Obviously, we're not going to be playing it yet. And I had people from the office coming and going, "What is that? That's awesome." I go, "That's Nickelback."
Oh, cool.
Really, this is
Very cool.
awesome. So just the response from people around me, and of course, I'm looking on the message boards. I think everyone has a very similar response. Is the rest of the album going to be like that, or is it mixed up? Are you going to mix it up?
Uh, all of our records are all over the map. We don't have one record that really sort of sounds the same in terms of songwriting from top to bottom. I mean, they're all over the map, and I absolutely love that. And I don't know how we sort of did that, or how and how we got the acceptance from our fans to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But we're very lucky because we don't have to record the same kind of music thinking to ourselves, oh, well, the fans are expecting this, so we just got to give them, a whole album of that. We can kind of do whatever we want, and it really does. It's so all over the map, and it's fulfilling as an artist, to be able to get in and as a songwriter, for us to be able to get together and go, let's do something completely left field. Let's try something heavier than we've ever done. Let's try something lighter than we've ever done. Just whatever we're feeling that day, we just do it.
Where did you, San Quentin, what made you write that? Is that a metaphor for something, maybe feeling imprisoned, or is it just one of those just fun songs to write?
I met the warden at a party.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe how young he was. I was just like, there's just no way that you're the warden of San Quentin, and everyone's like, yep, he is. I was at Guy Fieri's, a buddy of mine, and he was at it was his birthday party a few years back, and the entire time we were talking, I'm like, I'm speaking to this guy, but in my head, all I can think about is like, I'm going to write a song called San Quentin. That's it. And I stuck it in my notes in my phone. And then once the riff was down, I think I screamed out this line. Could somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quentin? And we just took it from there.
It's
the fear of
jail.
That's normally how you get your inspiration, just by, real life things, meeting people, or, something that goes on in a relationship.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically where you get your inspiration from, it seems. I mean, you've written some really fun songs, aggressive songs like Something in Your Mouth and Animals and stuff like that. And then you get those, nice ballads like Photograph and How You Remind Me, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, which was, I think, the most played song you ever had on the radio, for sure.
Yeah, between that and Rockstar, I think those two are pretty close.
Rockstar is awesome too.
We've been really lucky. We get in the studio and we create, and then we hand it over to the record company, and they give it to the world. And we're lucky enough to be able to, do that, and then jump in tour buses and airplanes and travel around the world and go play these songs for people. And it's been a quarter of a century doing that. Please, God, don't let it end.
97. Did you ever envision that you were going to have this, over 2-decade career? I mean, that's something you dream of when you become a musician. And luckily for you, it took off for you. Do you think about stuff like that?
I think our bar was really low. I think we just thought, I think we thought, like, honestly, because we just looked around at these other Canadian bands, and I was always like, like these guys get to do this for a living. I just always thought if we could be a big Canadian band and be able to travel back and forth across the country, strumming our guitars and screaming into microphones, that would just be fantastic. I mean, honestly, I didn't think that we'd even get an American record deal, because most Canadian bands sign Canadian deals and their career rarely makes it south of the 49th parallel. We got really lucky with How You Remind Me globally. And then, we've just been able to just kind of keep this ride going. And it's amazing. It's incredible to be able to do what you love every single day.
You get paid for it handsomely.
Yep. You could say we were tenaciously rudderless for years.
Wow.
Man,
That's two really good ones today.
That's kind of about it, though.
I'm sure you can come up with a song based on what he just said, for sure.
There you go, yeah. So
We don't get to play the song until September on the WRAT. And then I hear next year, we're getting the album in November of this year, but you're not doing a US tour till the summer of 23. Yeah. So we invite, when you do come to our neck of the woods, we certainly invite you to come to the radio station for a little sit down if you have the time. I know how these tours can eat your time up, but we would love to have you come by.
Can we come say
hi? You came by back in the late 90s, and we'd love to have you back again for sure.
We're bad guests. We need to.
Actually, that is not true at all. You had everybody in the building cracking up, and you're self-deprecating and you're entertaining, and you are welcome to our studio anytime. If you're ever in Jersey, please look us up.
That's one. Thanks, we got one. We got one.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Anyway, really a pleasure. Chad Kroger and Ryan Peak, you guys have a great time promoting the new album, and we will see you next year here in New Jersey.
Can't wait.
That sounds great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Right on. Take care.
Awesome.
See you, Robyn.
All right. Bye now.